sponsors for this show. We have Peach State Federal Credit Union, Metro Waterproofing, Besco Steel, Holt Camp Heating and Air, the City of Lawrenceville, Beverage Superstore, Gwinnett Medical Center, Brand Mortgage, Anderson Tate and Carr, the Gerard Group, Green Star Lighting Solutions, the Gwinnett Daily Post, and the National Endowment for the Arts. So let's give it a Throw Me on the Burn Pile and Light Me Up is a part of the 2017-2018 Harville Lab Series in collaboration with our educational partner, Georgia Gwinnett College. I think that you all are from Georgia Gwinnett College, yeah? No, none of you. Dang, all right, well, never mind then. But they are our educational partner, and if any of you are interested, they're having an open house. You can visit on September 16th or October 21st. And for more information, you can visit their website at gdc.edu. We have a bunch of events coming up this fall. We have the Lawrenceville Ghost Tours. We have the Haunted Cemetery Tours. We have Brews and Booze. And Spirits and Spirits, which is a ghost touring event for adults only. We also have Goosebumps, the Phantom of the Auditorium, the musical, which is a part of our Theater for Young Audiences series. And we have Abigail 1702. So come back and see those shows. This is getting close to your last chance to get your season tickets. The deadline is October 15th. You can get our main stage package, which is a 5-show package including Christmas Canteen and Mamma Mia, which is our big screen musical this year. Those tickets are starting as low as $65, so be sure to get on that. The deadline again is October 15th. Also new this year, we have studio tickets for shows in here in this studio, and it's a flexible pass to 6 of these six flexible admission passes to any of these Lab Series shows, and those start at only $72. Not this Sunday, but Sunday, September 24th at 6 p.m. we are having a party up on the roof of the parking deck. There's going to be all kinds of food from Local Republic. They're going to be frying up fresh Springer Mountain chicken with all the gourmet fixins, and there's going to be cocktails and locally brewed beers. It's going to be tons of fun. All the proceeds benefit Aurora. And there will be live music from Kristen and the Honey Badgers, and you can see Kristen again as Donna in Mamma Mia. Soon after Burn Pile finishes, this will become a comedy club. Ooh. Comedy nights at Aurora return with a few weekends in October, so be sure to check those out. I'm sure you guys are done listening to me talking, so let's get this show on the road. First, please turn off your cell phones, and taking a flash photography or any photography or videotaping is not allowed. Thank you guys all for coming out tonight, and please enjoy Throw Me on the Burn Pile and Light Me Up.
Every morning, my daddy comes into our room holding an egg in one hand. With the other hand, he picks me up by my ankles off the top bunk and swings me through the air till I wake up. He pulls my little brother, who who everybody calls the son of Jasper off the bottom bunk. And every morning, while I'm doing my push-ups on the floor, the son of stands in front of my dad and reaches out his hand, and Daddy hands him the egg to hold. The son of loves to have an egg in his hand whenever he can. Not to eat it or throw it. He says he just loves to hold the egg. Daddy thinks son of's a little touched. But Mama says it's too soon to tell and too late to do anything about it now. The son of holds the egg, and Daddy lifts both of us with his brawling arms, and together we welcome the happy morning. Mama is already up, making pancakes and Febreze and Nice Dog. Nice Dog's a mangy black lab Mama picked up on 575. Nice Dog makes the house smell like dog, and Mama is always spraying her with Febreze to get rid of the smell. Nice Dog loves Febreze. The son of and I watch Mama and Nice Dog and laugh, and Mama says, "Oh, hush up. Y'all happy with how y'all smell all the time? Nice Dog is a child of God, just like you." At the table, I say grace under top security, because Daddy says Jesus gives him a goddamn heart attack. After breakfast, Daddy says, "Fall out, man." And that means it's time for our run, which is my favorite thing. We run outside, and we make our way through a swarm of the goddamn cats. Our wood house sits on a watermelon field, and this all was underwater in ancient times. And then the water washed away, and dinosaurs roamed the earth. And their bones are still right here. We have a Blackwater Creek filled with snakes. Our trees are filled with wild animals, and our skies are filled with electricity. The great George Jones used to go hunt in the lightning storms right here. The sunlight is orange. We behold all Daddy's payments for legal services rendered. Daddy does criminal defense pro bono. Daddy's men are assigned by the state, and they don't have any money, so they pay in livestock or services. We run past the azalea bushes for big earnings crossing state lines with a minor. The truck that we got for Oba's manslaughter. We run out to the dry yellow field, picking up our knees to make our hearts strong. Bobby Bowden, our pit bull for Nash's arson, is right at our heels. Our pigs, Pig, Simon, and Garfunkel from Mosley's Battery. And here's Carl, eating busted tires straight off the burn pile. Carl's for a DUI. We light the field twice. This is our new regime. We are taking our training very seriously this year because this is the year, the summer before 4th grade, when Daddy's heart blew up and had a stroke that lost him his right eye. He was in the hospital for 3 weeks and has a long scar going all the way down his chest where they pumped his heart full of electricity and then sewed it back together with veins from his leg. And while he's in the hospital, I start to wonder, what happens after your heart blows up? Well, after we finish our second lap, Daddy stops us in front of his burn pile. Daddy's burn pile is approximately 400 times the size of my daddy, bigger than our house. The burn pile is dead trees hit by all the lightning, and furniture Daddy broke getting mad. It's all the files and gifts of all Daddy's men come and gone. Mama says Daddy's burn pile is a liability. It's so big and dry, and our field is so long and dry, and our house is so wood and dry, and there's all this lightning. And Daddy says, at ease, boss lady. Saving my burn pile for my funeral. And in this fashion, the matter is settled. We behold the mighty burn pile. Daddy says, boss, I gotta put you in charge of my checkout time because the boss lady loves her Jesus too much. Boss, when it's my checkout time, take my tractor, put it in front of my burn pile. I want my banjo in the tractor seat. Put my Seminoles hat on top of my banjo. So it's like I'm sitting on my tractor, except instead of my body, it's my banjo. Play some music, some Peter, Paul, and Mary. Smoke some ganja, drink some beer, and then throw me on and light me up. No crime, no Jesus. I don't like to think about lighting my dad on fire. So I say, let's run, boss. And we take off running straight for the Coldwater Creek. Charge into the creek like sea monsters. We duck our heads under the water to cool our hearts down. I can hear 2 heartbeats under the water. His heartbeat has a tug at the end, like tide water. Mine like a fist knocking at the door. Working as his secretary. Whenever Trish wasn't too pregnant, but she was real pregnant that summer before 4th grade, and that's how I take a part-time job as Daddy's secretary. We work in his backroom office, and I sit at the window so we can see the burn pile in the dry yellow field. Daddy dictates, and I type while he talks. I can type fast without looking at my hands and never have to ask him to repeat. We have a good time. My jobs are typing, filing, taking the collect calls, and the presents. Daddy's men, in prison or on death row, after a certain point, they all start asking him to get them things. Nothing big or expensive, but most of them don't have anybody else, and they ask him to get them little things to keep with them in their sales. Lurleen Beauty Queen, who went up last year, asked for watercolors. And when I pay for them at the Family Dollar, I receive a prophecy of Lurleen Beauty Queen painting blue skies in her prison cell. Misha King asked for toy cars, the kinds that come in packs of 6. Solomon Macon wanted new underwear every few weeks. Chris Massey wanted to live in English Bible. A lot of them asked for candy. And my job is, I go into Family Dollar with $10 and the list of requests while Daddy waits in the truck. If it's one of the Capitol men and he goes up, Dad gets all their records and presents back in a cardboard box. Dad loses a man or 2 a year, so a box or 2 back a year. Daddy and me run it all to the burn pile to rest with all the other gifts. This is the year. The summer before 4th grade when Daddy takes the case of his man, Gary Dwayne Atkins. Gary Dwayne is one of Daddy's capital men. The thing Gary Dwayne asks for is music. So, I go to Family Dollar and I give him a 6-pack of blank cassette tapes. I make him recordings in my dad's office early in the morning. The first one I make him is Sam Cooke, live at Harlem Club. That's Daddy's idea. He says it's the greatest concert of all times. The guard plays it for him in his cell, if it's one of the nice guards. And Gary Dwayne will stand in his cell with open arms and sway to the music. And when the tape runs out, Gary Dwayne says, again, again, again. And sometimes he wears that tape on like this. Daddy says Gary Dwayne has a good heart if you're just sitting down with him. Mama says, well, maybe, just don't make him mad. One day, when Dad's out back and Gary Dwayne's song is recording, Bring It On Home to Me, I pull out Gary Dwayne's file under top security. And Gary Dwayne's mugshot, his eyebrows are pointing up and his mouth is always open. He has a permanent expression of trying to figure out what the H is going on, which I can relate to. We're getting ready for Gary Twain's first appeal, which is where the judge will weigh mitigating circumstances over aggravating circumstances. Gary Twain showed signs of schizophrenia at 9 and was too poor to ever get medicated. Drug addict mother, stepfathers that gave him butane when he was 7, low IQ. Those are all mitigating circumstances, and that's what me and Dad deal in. And the aggravating circumstances are what the prosecution's going to use, and we have all that in the files. Mostly crime scene photos. I'm not supposed to see the aggravating circumstances, but that's what I'm looking at under top security. This crime scene photo is a thin, dark-haired girl laying on her side in her bed with her arm under her head. My mom sleeps like that. This girl could be my mom. She looks enough like her, and she sleeps just like her, except she is. And that's when Daddy walks in. He said, "Boss, have you lost your bird?" And I'm busted. He sees me with the crime scene photo, the girl in the bed. I say, "You're defending this guy?" Daddy says, "Hell yeah, I am." I'm not trying to prove he's innocent, but I took an oath to defend this guy when I took an oath to defend the United States Constitution. And unlike all these crazy Jesus people running around this hub town, that says no matter how sorry a piece of trash you are, you deserve a defender to try for life over death. I try to arrange all the pieces together. Daddy says he's got the mental capacity of a 6-year-old. He doesn't have anybody else, boss. And I put the photo down. I turn the tape over, and we get back to work while Sam cooked the place. Because we took an oath to defend this guy. Everybody deserves a defender. Every morning, when the light outside is bright orange, me and Daddy are the first people on earth awake. And the cows across the fence just watch us as we run. It's cold in the field, but I'm sweating already. Daddy says, "At ease," which means it's time for push-ups. Daddy says, "Part of your education, boss. Boss, you're on the highway, walking. Some man comes by with a car, offers you a ride. Tell me what next, boss." I say, "Always wear your safety belt." Daddy says, "God damn, boss. Psh, you're a dead man walking. No, you don't put on your goddamn safety belt. You don't get in the goddamn car. Boss, you gonna end up with 3 different garbage bags off I-10. This ain't a merciful world." I say, "Yes, boss." Daddy says, "Boss, even if he aims a gun at you and says, 'Get in that car with me,' even if he's saying, 'I will shoot you and your little brother and that damn egg,' boss, don't get in that goddamn car. If you gotta die, die on the road." Nobody taught me self-defense, boss. You don't know how good you have it. You don't know how lucky you are. I wrap my arms around Daddy right then, and he lets me for a second, and then shakes me off. he says, "Quit it, boss. You look like a bunch of queers." Daddy teaches me his own lessons because he doesn't trust the education I'm getting in 4th grade at Jeff Davis Elementary. At the beginning of 4th grade, Mr. McDonald comes into class and looks us all up and down, and he picks me, Joseph the girl boy, and Leslie to be in gifted. So, every Tuesdays and Thursdays, the 3 of us get to go out of Miss Shadrack's classroom and into Mr. McDonald's gifted trailer. Mr. McDonald's gifted trailer is painted glossy black on the walls and the ceiling fan, and he's covered it all with glow-in-the-dark stars. Mr. McDonald turns the lights out and the fan on it. It's like we're planets orbiting the sun. Mr. McDonald tells us that we and everything on the earth are made up of atoms. And after the bodies are destroyed, some atoms stay on and get reconstructed into something new. So, after the dinosaurs went extinct, a few select particles of them stayed on and are now maybe in tree bark or in our thumbs. Mr. McDonald says that there's no way to know what parts of us will fade away and what parts of us will stay on. Our brains, or spine, or religion. Part of the great mystery. And then Mr. McDonald gets arrested for having the largest collection of child pornography ever seized in the state's history, and that's the end of Gifted forever. After that, we just have Miss Shadrack for everything. She takes over Mr. McDonald's trailer because she likes to glow in the dark stars, and her old one smells like pee from everyone who isn't gifted. Miss Shadrack says that she always knew there was something off with Mr. McDonald, and he was wrong about everything else, so no way in hell am I gifted. She sends me to the nurse to take an IQ test, and come back 70. IQ 70 is bad. It's lower than a lot of me and Daddy's clients. I know about IQ because it's a mitigating factor in a lot of me and Daddy's cases. IQ measures how strong you can take pieces of information and arrange them into a pattern that gives you an answer. Daddy's first client from before I was born, Ted, had the highest IQ out of any Daddy's men, between 124 and 140. If you ask him, it was 160, but up to you if you want to believe Ted. Ted, IQ 124 to 140, would bandage his arm and ask girls to help him put books into cars. Because his high IQ was able to arrange the information that a nice girl in the Florida Panhandle would help a broken-armed man and have no cause to fear. Lurleen, beauty queen, with all the babies over in Jupiter, had the lowest, IQ 60. And all she could put together was that our current president was Abraham Lincoln. Gary Dwayne has an IQ of 79. Gary Dwayne killed a bunch of people, like me, like my mama in the Panhandle. Gary Dwayne, if they hadn't called him, he'd drive right up to me and ask me if I needed a ride. And Gary Dwayne is 9 points smarter. In 4th grade, my enemy is Ansley Huff. Almost half the white people in town have the last name Huff. And they say they're not related, but the Huffs are in town with the goddamn cats are in our house. Everywhere, all the time. There are so many Huffs in town that at this point, it's a word more than family. This is how you use the word Huff in a sentence. Can I go out in this, or do I look like a Huff? Ansley is crying at the beginning of the year, and during Georgia history, Miss Shadrack asked what's wrong. Ansley points to Wesley and says, "He called me a huff." And Miss Shadrach says, "Oh, well, honey, you are a huff." And we never see Ansley cry again. Ansley waits for me every day after school. Stands right in front of parent pickup and punches me in the softest part of my stomach. I always try to tense up before, but she's too fast. For part of my education, Daddy tries to teach me to fight back. But I can't hit fast enough. Then Daddy says, "At ease, boss. Boss, don't fight back. Go down soft. If you're soft, she'll see that you don't have any fight in you. The predators, boss, they're more into the fight than the slaughter." On Wednesdays is show and tell. Ansley stands before 4th grade. She holds the edges of her shirt and says, "Show and tell. I had the heart of a grown man. I was climbing on the fence and fell onto the fence post. It pierced my heart. I should have died. But God had a different plan. That same hour, over in Live Oak, a man fell off of construction and they gave me his heart." Ansley pulls up her shirt and she's wearing a dirty white training bra. Ansley's scar is white and raised up. Y'all put our hands on her scarred man's heart, beating through her chest. Her heart is pushing back against all our palms. Ansley said, "Shh! Oh, y'all with y'all sorry baby hearts. And Ansley goes to sit down, triumphant, because she just won show and tell. It's my turn. And I stand before 4th grade and show the only thing I can. I say, "Show and tell. This is my hookworm. It lives in my leg. I got hookworms from all the goddamn cats. Me and Son Up both did. They crawl up into cuts in your feet, and then you can see their outlines, like fossils, against the skin of your leg. And I've had it a few weeks because no one's had time to take me to the clinic. I was going to bring my hamster rotomies, but the goddamn cats ate it." Miss Shadrach tells me to sit down because I'm ruining her appetite for lunch. I'm on my way back to my desk, and Ansley gets up then and brings her arm back and punches me in the stomach. So I go soft. Ansley hits me in the stomach, and I melt right into the floor, and my left arm hits the floor crooked. And I suddenly am white hot light. I lay on the floor, soft, while Miss Shadrach calls my daddy. Everyone is quiet while we wait, except for Ansley, who says, "Huff." And we all know it's true. I'm the most huff of anyone here. Daddy comes through the door. Miss Shadrach says to him, "Bless her heart, 70 IQ and worms. It looks like now she broke her goddamn arm." Miss Shadrach says, "Gifted my big old butt." Daddy puts his .38 special in his pocket, throws me over his shoulder, and kicks open Miss Shadrach's door to the parking lot. He throws me in the passenger seat, and we listen to George Jones all the way to the hospital. Daddy says, "What you crying for, boss?" And I say, "I want to be gifted." Daddy says, "70 IQ's no problem, boss. You know who you're like. You're like the great George Jones. He was 70 IQ when he was drinking." Little known fact, it's in all his spouse. Daddy's not allowed to drive. With a dead right eye and a detonating heart, but he does. We careen through the red hills and church billboards for miles as I stare at my arm. And the exit for the hospital's on the right, so Daddy misses it the first time. I start praying, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. I don't know what I'm asking for. Don't make me go back to this hospital where my dad's heart blew up. Don't let me die of huff. Don't make me go crazy with pain and then the son has to shoot me like I'll yell at in my suffering. Daddy says, don't cry. No, Jesus, don't give up on me, boss. Daddy aims his left eye at the other side of the highway over the divider and says, this goddamn broken eye, and your goddamn IQ and those goddamn Jesus people, they can go to hell, boss. Don't pay attention to them. Pay attention to me. I'm the boss man. Daddy swerves and we land solid on the other side of the highway. The truck climbs over the highway divider. Whoa. Oh my goodness. Daddy aims his truck straight at Waukeula Baptist. I can see Waukeula Baptist Hospital on the bright horizon. Daddy steps on the gas. He wraps his right arm, comforting, around my shoulder. His right hand clutching his .38 Special. His left arm stretches out the window and gives the finger to everybody honking at him. The boss man don't have time for no steering wheel. The wind's blowing off some bullets and my hair blows straight out behind me. We are a Latter-day Bell star and Jesse James. Daddy swerves into the hospital parking lot. He throws me on his back and makes his way towards the hospital entrance. At the gateway, he grabs my good arm and holds my fist up. And George Jones and the atoms roar around us, and we orbit the sun. And he says, don't pay attention to those fools, boss. Pay attention to me. I'm the boss man. You the champion of all time. You the king of the dinosaurs. You like the great George Jones? Come on, man! And he kicks open the door and we cross the entryway into all the white light. October 4th grade. I'm making Gary Dwayne a lot of George Jones. I'm friends with this little cracker girl, Teresa, who is Pentecostal and lives with her grandma and always comes to school in a man's shirt and cotton panties. Her parents got killed in a car wreck and she is the first orphan I ever met. Her grandma never lets her take baths, and she always tries to wash dirt off herself in the sink before class, but there's always red dirt stained all the way down to her bones. She laughs at everything I say. We do gymnastics every day at lunch out in the field, and she teaches me to flip without using my broken arm. This is the year I go to the burn pile and find Mama's big picture book about good lives and bad deaths of the saints. Daddy had thrown it out because he said there's no way in hell I can believe in any of that. But I do. I rescue it from the burn pile under top security and bring it to school, and Teresa and I pore over it. The girls getting their breasts cut off and then burned alive and fed to lions. And the thing all the saints have in common is, even though they get eaten or burned or any of that, their hearts are left behind. They don't burn. Their hearts someone has to throw in the river. Teresa tells me all about the awful day of judgment and the great meeting in the sky when the whole sky just opens up. the day that every knee will bend and every tongue will tell. And some of us will be pulled up into the sky. Some of us might get left behind. And this is the year Miss Shadrach declares war on me. Miss Shadrach says, "All y'all gifted kids think y'all smarter than everyone else." Well, nuh-uh. She wraps her T-Rex hands around my arm hard and pulls me to the principal's office to get paddled. Our principal is Coach Massey. He has deep brown eyes, wavy black hair, broad shoulders. Coach Massey has me bend over his desk and stretch out my arms and stretch backwards and whacks me twice with his wooden paddle. I start doing everything I can to get paddled by Coach Massey. I color Rebel, the class hamster purple with sidewalk chalk. I draw a fat butt on the Where's Waldo poster. And that's before I discovered I can make fart noises with practically any part of my body. Fart noises make all my friends laugh. Teresa's the loudest, and Miss Shadrach just hates it. I sit in the back of class and make fart noises with my armpit. Oh, those are the loudest and funniest. I make fart noises with both my hands, with the hand on my belly button. And my specialty, until I discover my coup de grace, is making fart noises machine gun style, with a hand under each knee. I'm getting sent to Coach Massey to get paddled 3 times a week. I show Teresa the paddling prints, bright and pink, and she touches them and says, "Dang, you bad." And maybe I'm alone, and maybe I'm not. But I noticed in 3rd grade, everyone cried when they got sentenced to paddling. And in 4th grade, the boys cried. But the girls take their pink slip and march to the office with quiet resolve. Their faces make me think of the girl martyrs I see in Lives of the Saints. Like the whole world is saying, "Now you really finna hurt." And their faces say, "I know a secret." One day, me and Joseph the girl boy and Teresa are rolling somersaults down the hill. And it is then, at a moment that I am suspended upside down and stretching my legs up towards the sky, that God surprises me with a gift of athletic prowess beyond my imaginings. God gifts me with my greatest gift and talent of all time, which is I can make fart noises with my coochie. It just comes to me. I can't believe it's happening. No one can. And I see that Miss Shadrach is wrong. I am gifted. I've never been so proud of myself in my life. And I want Teresa to be proud of me too. And she is. I am on my shoulders with my legs over my head. A 40-pound human bugle. Teresa is grabbing anyone she can and running them straight back to me. Teresa, I can just watch her from upside down, and it looks like she is running on the surface of the sky, back and forth, to drag kids over. And what I love even more than this circle of adoration and laughter for me is Teresa's face, all mouth, overlapping teeth and freckles. Laughing so hard she can't breathe, stumbling back and forth on the surface of the white October sky. I love it. 3 kids wet their pants laughing and Miss Shadrach blows up. Coach Massey gives me 5 licks instead of 2. This is the best day of my life. I'm trying to teach Teresa how to backflip, and she tells me she can't today because her grandma got mad at her and stomped on her back. She pulls up her shirt and shows me a big black footprint. Her shoulders are red, broken blood vessels, and her Ribs are purple like how I colored